Hey, Ken.
Trudy.
And camping, we went to PERE State Park near Grafton, Illinois. And this isn't the campground, obviously. It's one of the overlooks. Overlooking the park is nice and hilly. Good view. Let's turn the camera around and I'll show you what we got back here. This is one of the places you can pull off the road in the park and look around. It's November 3rd, and the trees are starting to turn color, looking pretty good.
Absolutely beautiful.
Let me see if I can turn you around here. All right, the road up the top of this hill is right there. This particular spot is called Lover's Leap. Got some orange trees, lots of yellow. And there's the road down there. It comes up from the bottom of the park, goes through. The trees are looking pretty good. I feel like they were just a little more yellow last year at this time when we were here. Look into the sun. I don't know how much everything's going to look here. We'll go on down, and a couple of the other pull-offs. There's a couple of them that you can get a good view of the river.
Such a beautiful drive through here.
Yeah, it is.
Even if you don't camp and you're in the area, this is just a beautiful day place just to come and get lunch or dinner at the lodge and just come up through the park and drive down the river road.
There's, these overlooks have benches, and stop, get some lunch, and bring it up here and watch the world go by. Usually, like now, this is a Monday, so usually there's not a whole lot of traffic. There's a few people here and there, but if you just want to sit and do nothing, it's a good place to do it. That's a hilly, windy road here. That's a nice spot. It's just right outside uh, Alton, Illinois, which is almost across the river from St. Louis, so you're still close to home, assuming you live in the St. Louis area.
Beautiful.
If you're visiting the area, it's a good place to come over and just go for a drive, especially this time of year with the trees like this. Another week, it ought to be really beautiful. We always come here, usually the first week in November is usually our last camping trip for this season. This is the one reason why we come here. All right, let's find our next spot. So that first area was called Lover's Leap. It's actually the farthest from the main part of the park, lodge and campground. So we're working our way back towards that. And this is the next one after Lover's Leap. This one you can get a good view of the river down there. Now the park is actually on the Illinois River. It's right downstream. It merges with the Mississippi. So depending on where you're looking, you might be looking at either Illinois or the Mississippi. They're running right next to each other here for a little ways. All right, last of the good spots to look around is called Eagle's Roost Overlook. Get a good view of everything. Missouri over there on the other side. I've never seen so many Japanese beetles. Hopefully they're not here the rest of the year, because it's the first time I've seen them like this. We live just right over that way, 13 miles. That's 56 miles to drive over here. Just a little over an hour. So we're at the next spot called Flagpole, which I assume used to be stuck in that hole. It's a little bit of a climb up here, not real high, but the steps are kind of rough. And the view isn't quite as good. You can't really see much of the river except for right through there. So when the trees aren't real pretty, it's not much of a stop here. Here is the main entrance to PERE Marquette State Park. This is looking north, I guess you would say. Highway 100. And here we have the visitor center up there. The lodge is over here. Here's the end of the bike trail that runs down towards Alton. Alton is that way. Godfrey, St. Louis. The ferry's over to St. Charles. Illinois River's over here. Got picnic area over here. And just beyond that is the Mississippi River. Little cabin here, pretty much next to the visitor center. Real pretty scene there with the trees changing. Get just about every color right here in one shot. Little fishing pond. Catch and release only. I don't know what's in there, how much, but saw people here fishing yesterday. Right. There are several trails in this park. We're going to take one or two of them here this morning. Two or three of them over here on this side that all converge up on the side of the hill up there. There's an overlook. You get a good view of everything. So we'll go up there and take a look around. This one runs alongside the highway for a little bit, then goes up. Trail. They behave like animals, up to a point. All right, let's go for a walk. Even though we're right here next to the river, it don't take long before you start running into the bluffs. A lot of cool looking trees. Beautiful day for a walk. It was mid-40s when we got up. And it's about 10:45 in the morning now. Feels pretty good out here. This is November the 4th. So I got some good weather. Yeah, the first stop is Twin Springs. You got a little bench here if you wanted to stop for a minute. I guess the springs are down in here. You just barely hear them. Must not be too much to them. I don't know if I can hear that on a video or not. And the river's right across the road. And we're starting to go uphill. An interesting pile of rocks. I don't know if they fell here or pushed up out of the ground or what, because if they fell here, they fell from a long way. It's not like they just fell off the side of the bluff here, because the bluffs are way back there. And you got trees falling down too. A little interesting geography, or geology I should say, along the way. Going uphill even more. A little rugged here in a couple spots, tree roots and rocks. But kind of give you an idea of what to expect if you want to go this way. More falling rock. The tree growing in it. It all fell off up there. Looks like it's a big crack now. Maybe we better be moving along. Nothing like walking halfway up the side of a hill and realize you didn't turn your microphone on. Hopefully everything was loud enough that you could hear it. I can always doctor that up, turn it up if I had to. But back on the way. It's a Tuesday morning. Beautiful day. I've passed a couple other people. Well, 3 pairs of people so far out here enjoying it. All kinds of terrain around here. Birds make a lot of racket up there too somewhere. Or squirrels. Still near the highway and the river over there. Lots of pretty yellow trees. Big rock. All right, onward and upward. Now back uphill again. We should make up its mind. Well, still blazed yellow. The trail's here, but which way do you go? No way to go that way. I guess you go up and over. Unless we can get through there. Oh yeah, it's obvious once you get up here. Yay. Well, they say when you come to the fork in the road, take it. A lot of people come from the right up the hill, so I think I'll go that way. So take the right at the fork in the road, because apparently that's all the farther it goes. Then after you take the right, you make an immediate left, you come to this little area, little lookout. Let's stop and rest. Can't see a whole lot right now because of the trees, but you can see the ways across there. I think I'm getting somewhere. More sun up here too, like we're gonna be getting out of the trees. And another good climb. I think I'm getting close. I see the river. Look at that. Started out way down yonder. Made it up. Oh man. At least there's steps. Well, I didn't end up where I thought I was going to. There's an overlook here. A lot of pretty trees, but still a lot of green ones too. In fact, a good view of the rivers. Just talked to a couple. They said keep on going the way I was going. Should take me to the overlook I was looking for. At the Illinois River, Mississippi's over there. One of these is a lake, but I don't know if it's connected to the river or what. There's a lot of water out there. All right, guess I'll keep moving on. At least it's downhill for a little bit. They said it goes back up again. I'm going to be heading that way. Nice little downhill coming down here into the shade. And then looks like we got to go right back up. I guess we're going to have a look at it. It's going to be uphill. Still on the yellow blaze here. I don't know why they call it the goat cliff now. A goat could get up here almost. Another opening. Maybe we're getting there. Well, I think we made it. It came from down there, Goat Cliff. We're going to go that way on a ravine. And that's the red trail. All right, we made it. Let's go up here and take a look. This is the one I remember. Yeah, it's like most of these parks. A lot of these buildings built by the CCC back in the 1930s. Stone and brick and whatever. Watch your step. Here you go. Great view from up here. Well, let's head on back down. Looks like I've been out here about an hour and a half, if I remember right. Alright, came from there. Should be the way I want to go. The ravine trail. Let's go. I just passed a couple coming up the hill. So it's all downhill from here. That's fine with me. It's kind of a rut running down through here. Gotta kind of walk in the middle and then straddle it. Oh, watch your step. Alright, this is supposed to be, whoa. Blazed in green, it looks like it's blue to me, but it said this is the right way. Let's just keep on going. The steps to nowhere. It's easier just walking up the path here. Oh, hearing cars. I can see the river. We gotta be getting close. Yay. I've almost made it. I think that's the back of that cabin I showed you earlier. Just in time, battery's getting low. Alright, watch your step. Oh. Now I thought this said it's supposed to be blazing green for the ravine trail, but everything I'm seeing looks like blue. And there was a loop up there. It shows blue going two different ways. They both come back out together, so take your pick. Oh, big steps. As soon as I say that, then there are little steps. Whew. More steps. Yeah, there's your trails. They got trail maps in the visitor center. Never noticed that before. And here we are back at this cabin with the pretty trees. All right, break time. All right, we're at the lodge at the park here. Main entrance there. One thing I just noticed that I always forget about. I think they rent bikes here. Want to ride up through the campground down the bike trail that runs down the highway. This is also a lodge, so there are rooms down this side. Upstairs, down below is the restaurant. That's some neat sculptures. And there's more rooms going down the other way. So let's go on in. This thing's pretty cool. I don't know how much wind blowing it. And here's the front. Go in, you got the reception on the left, and a little gift shop on the right. That way goes down to the rooms. This way goes up to the rooms. It's like a multi-purpose area. We had lunch set up for a bunch of people earlier. Giant chess set. I think it's more for little kids to play around with them. I don't think anybody knows how to play chess. Fireplace. They claim it's got 700 tons of stone in there. Just want to sit here and watch a fire or read a book or something. Just tell the person at the reception desk, is they push a button and the fire lights up. Here's Trudy's been over here crafting all afternoon. Wave, Trudy. More sculptures. And down this way, we've got the restaurant. Ramp or steps. Down here, you got conference rooms. They had a bunch of quilters in here today. A whole bunch of them quilting. There's the restaurant. Trudy again. So let's go outside here for a minute. Creaky old door. Nice day to sit out here and watch the world go by. So that's about it for the lodge. This is the main drag Highway 100 coming through Grafton. It's mostly everything along this one street. A lot of bars and restaurants, a winery. There's some houses up on the hill. I think there's actually a college up there somewhere. This is getting down towards the east end of town. And one of our favorite places to stop every year. Of course, we're always here the 1st of November, so you got all the Halloween stuff out here. But we stop at Grafton Fudge and ice cream. And they got some good ice cream. Just an old house. They converted it into a shop. Entrance around the back. Get your ice cream, come out here and sit at a table. It's a beautiful day for it today. There's a little bit of everything, a lot of candy. Different kinds of stuff. Jams and jellies for the Amish. Oh, it's me again. And there you go. All right, coming into the campground. Let's say that playground. Well, the picnic area is on the right. Then you got a playground coming up over here. Parking area for the playground and picnic area. Now these sites are all electric only, but there's a lot of water spigots scattered around. The spot we're in, number 55, we was here last year also. We like it because there's a spigot right behind the spot, and there's another one up here at 51 that's real convenient too. So Want to fill up your tank, whatever. Get water right there handy. So we turn in here. These first spots in front of us here, or spots 1 and 2, are reserved for the campground host. And there's 2 of them on duty right now. I think they alternate what days who's doing what.
They have firewood on site for $6, and it's good wood.
Yeah, it burned pretty good. So we got spots 3 through 12 down through here. They're not numbered in any particular way. It's not like evens on one side or odds on the other, just as you come to them. Got a shower house and restrooms here on the right.
They're pretty decent.
Yeah, they could use a little fixing up, modernizing, a little paint, whatever. And here's 2 cabins. These are marked as spots 13 and 15. So they got campsite numbers, but they're actually 2 cabins. And we'll come down here a ways, and there's another road going off to the left. The numbers are kind of strange because you loop around to a point, then you got to backtrack. I'll explain that when we get there. Yeah, take a left here. We'll have 22 through 30 down through here. It's a pretty basic campground. It's pretty much flat. There's a lot of sites. There's actually 80 counting the cabins and the campground host, but they got a little bit of distance between them.
The sites are gravel, but they're not bad. It's not like super loose gravel.
Yeah, it's been packed in pretty good. Lots of shade trees. That's what's nice. Now we're back around to where we come in, so we'll take a right here. Spot 31 here at the end.
Look at these trees. This is why we love coming this time of year.
Yep. Actually, I think it's gotten better just the 3 days we've been here.
Yep.
Now we come down here, and we'll make another right. So coming around the next right turn, we're going to have 37 here on our left. And this will take us down to 49. We've had a few people here during the week. We come in on Sunday. There's been at least a dozen here constant. There's had a few come and go. So the last one on this row is on the left here, be 49. And this is where the numbers get confusing. We don't loop around. We make a U-turn. Instead of the numbers starting around this way, we back up and go the other way. So then 50, okay. Okay, we'll stop here for a second. So now, instead of the numbers going back and forth, looping around like the first 2 roads, these numbers start back up here at 50 and go to the right and count that direction. So if you got a map that's available online, I believe, that's going to help you out figure out where you're at.
Here we are on the left.
Number 55 with the water spigot right behind it. That leaks. I don't know what's going on with that. This guy's been here since all the time we've been here. That old church up here, which I don't remember if I ever looked up what the story is on this church or not. I don't think it's used for anything.
But if you're kind of eerie about cemeteries, there is a cemetery right here behind these trees.
Yeah, and then the numbers keep on going larger here. It's just kind of a weird way that they've numbered these things. But they're all pretty decent. There's a couple back there that were really short. And there's one right here too, and these two or three. You'd have to have a van or a real short camper or something. And this should be number 80. Is that the? Oh, facing the wrong way. That should be 80 right here.
Yes.
That's the last one. All right, let's take a run over to the tent area. We actually did have a couple of tents in here, which is fine. We don't use electric. Oh, okay. He's going back in there. Hmm. Ow. Lots of people out and about all of a sudden. That's we're back out on the main road coming through the campground. Here's it back to the shower houses again from the other side. Now after you go past here are tent sites, and there's also another dump station over here. We're going to need to find out about these tent sites because they don't actually have numbers or anything. Looks like you just find a flat piece of ground and pitch your tent. I don't know if the campground host comes around and gets your money or what. I've never seen one like this. You've usually even designated tent area. It's got campsites. Looks like a vault toilet there. There are actually a few tent people in here this week. Been down upper 30s or 40 or so at night, so hope to get good sleeping bags. Yeah. Up there was some people up here earlier, and they're all gone.
Just goes to that side.
Usually just go up here and turn around. There are picnic tables back here too, so I guess we see a picnic table. That's some fire rings too. So find a spot with a table and a fire ring and pitch your tent. I guess we're gonna turn around and go back up the other way. Some more sites up on the hill.
Water spigot here.
Yeah, that's one thing I like. They got them scattered around pretty good. You don't have to look very far to find one.
It's pretty rugged up here.
It's a nice spot right here, though, at the end of the road. You can find a level enough spot.
I don't think I would attempt to bring a car up here though.
So there's 80 campsites, including those two cabins down there. Tent sites, I guess, is just however many fit in here. And you got a hedge apple tree here. It's got a couple thousand hedge apples on the ground, in case you want some. Some more pretty trees. And you gotta kind of watch where the road is here. It kind of disappears on you. You could drop off there if you're not paying attention. Couple more tents. Tennis courts, which I've never seen anybody use. Of course, they're always here in November. Maybe nobody's gonna use them. And we're up to behind the cabins, the regular cabins.
Yeah, these are rented through the lodge. These.
Yeah. All right. We'll stop it there and then go around and look at the cabins. The park also has cabins you can rent. We actually stayed in one of these right here several years ago. I'm thinking there's 10 of them, if I remember right. Pardon the weird noises. They're working on the roof or something back there. Old stone cabins built a long time ago. We stayed in one. It was a little rustic, but it was all right. They go up all along across the street here from the lodge. And end right up there. And we're coming up to the lodge here on the left. Restaurant down on that end. Main entrance. More rooms down that way. And a noisy piece of equipment. PERE Marquette. One of the guys did exploring down the Mississippi. Right, there's the visitor center. Let's go take a look around. Here's the inside of the visitor center. Get you a few souvenirs, reading material, meeting room. Well, they show videos in there too. Gotta have Smokey Bear. Eagle keep an eye on things. Oh, it's cool 3D maps. I always like looking at these things. You kind of see where everything's at. All the topography. All kinds of different stuff to look at. And a life-size eagle nest. Look at the size of that thing. This area is right across from the lodge and the park. I'm not sure if it's part of the park, but there's a picnic shelter here and a nice view of all the trees. More and more of them turning colors. There are also boat docks down here. So I'm not sure who can use them or when or what. Then you got the river out here. That's looking downriver. Another picnic shelter over there. Whole area is just real nice. Kind of windy today, but nice place to hang out in the fall, especially. Surprised there's no towboats out here. It's been pretty busy here the last couple of days. All right, there you have it. Well, there's PERE Marquette State Park, Illinois, Grafton. 80 camping spots. That includes 2 cabins and 2 campground hosts. Big tent area, not really marked, just picnic tables and fire rings. Just pitch your tent and have at it. We saw the lodge, the visitor center. Kind of take a look at the cabins over there, old ones. Took a hike, showed you that. What else?
I crafted here at the campsite, outside one day, and at the lodge.
Yeah, big lodge, plenty of room to do stuff. We're on. I should have looked double check. I was pretty sure it's Highway 100. They call it out here. It's Great River Road. Alton is down south of us here, like 15 miles or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big town, but yet it's not as much stuff you thought there'd be in Alton. Casino there, if you care about that. If you go, if you need something, groceries, you want to go to Dollar General or whatever, Walmart, go back towards Alton, and there's only one stoplight between here and there. If you turn left, go up the hill and turn right, you'll be in Godfrey, Illinois. They got a Walmart and grocery stores. All.
I think somebody said there was a Schnucks there.
I think we went to Schnucks there last year. Remember, right? Well, Schnucks is a grocery store if you're not from around here. Biggest grocery chain. Uh, More campers pulling in. Popular spot. Um, what else? What did we forget?
I guess this is the end of the camping season for us this year, but we are looking forward to in the next maybe 2 weeks being great grandma and grandpa again to our third great grandbaby.
Yeah, it's usually our last trip, but I always hold out hope for one more time, but it hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
So I'm gonna wait as long as I can, keep an eye on the weather, and if I end up winterizing the thing, putting it away for the winter. All right, all right. Did we forget anything else?
Nope. Beautiful trees this time of year. If you're in the area, I would recommend coming.
Even if you're not camping, just come on up the Great River Road and look at all the trees.
Yep.
All
Eat
right.
at the lodge.
Eat at the lodge, and while you're there, get on their Wi-Fi and like and subscribe to all our videos.
That's right.
Worked that in good, didn't I? All right, we'll see you next time on A Camping We Will Go.
Bye.
Good night from PERE Marquette State Park.